Good evening and welcome back to Sports Talk ATL. I am Chase Earl, joined by Alex Orr. Thank you guys for joining us on this Wednesday night. We are breaking down the Braves' big win last night. One of the most impressive two-inning stretches. It's funny because the Braves came out looking like they might hit 15, 20 home runs in a single game, especially with how hot they've been. They hit 5 homers in their first 10 batters. The franchise record in a game is 8, and then they didn't score a run the rest of the game. They were against a pitcher in Ryan who is going to be an all-star for the Minnesota Twins. So they weren't against no scrub. He's one of the best pitchers in baseball. And the Braves made him look like he belonged in rookie ball yesterday in the first 2 innings. And he said after the game, listen, those guys put together the best at bats against me all season. And that really should be no surprise. This team is playing on another level. I was listening to sports radio this morning and they were just gushing. And this is a national host, just gushing about the Braves, how they're playing chess while everybody's playing checkers, how they are the best team in baseball. No disrespect to the Rays, no disrespect to anybody else that is playing hot. The Braves are about to set a record for wins in June, They could tie the record if they win their next 2 games, a franchise record, 21 wins. They're 8-0 in series in June, and they have mashed 54 homers. They have a real chance at becoming the second place for most homers in a month, which is 59. It was hit earlier this year by the Toronto Blue Jays. What's crazy is the Yankees own the lead. You know how many homers they hit? 74 in a month and back in 2019. Those balls were so juiced. Those balls were so juiced back in 2019. How do you hit 74? I don't think that record will ever be broken because I feel like the Braves are hitting 3-4 homers a night, and they're still not even close to getting 74. But this team is on another level. The pitching hasn't even been that great, but the offense has a 921 OPS as a team. Let's put that in perspective. Chipper Jones is a 930 OPS for his career, one of the best hitters of all time. That is what the Braves lineup is right now. There is no hole. They are unbelievable. They're playing unbelievable baseball. And I said it before and you disagreed, but they are another level above the rest of the league. And they are going to finish with the best record in baseball. I firmly believe that. I think they will clinch the NL East by September 9th or 10th because they're that far ahead of the guys in the division. Anything less for a championship, this team should be a disappointment. And I'm not saying they should be like a minus 100 favorite, but they should be the clear favorite. And if you're a Braves fan at this point in this championship window, it's championship or bust, in my opinion.
Yeah, I don't think that's debatable. And you could be disappointed if you don't win a championship, but expecting a championship is just, especially in a game like baseball, is frankly delusional. And I get, if you want to go probabilities and all that thing, I think I saw Fangraphs, the Braves have like a 20, maybe more than 25% chance.
It was at 23 yesterday.
Yeah, something like that. And the next closest is like 13 or 12 or 11. So they're like more than double. So I get what you're saying, but it has, the next decade it's a championship window. So, until about 2030, when these contracts start coming off the books, they'll be hunting for anything less than a World Series is unacceptable. That's the kind of stuff that, the Patriots going to every single season. They didn't care about AFC championships. We don't care about National League championships. We just want to win World Series. And I get that. That's totally true. I just think, in the game of baseball, and you acknowledge it, that, it's one of the things that where luck and unlucky plays happen more frequently than any other sport. So you need a bit of luck, in my opinion, to go your way. And your kind of argument is if you're the best team and you're playing the best, so be it. And I get your point, except, the other guys could be hotter than you at some point. Irregardless of that, the Braves now have every single batter above the league average in WRC plus. Michael Harris
1 through 11, not just 1 through 9. 1 through 11.
Michael Harris was the last one who
he's the hottest player in baseball, except for maybe Ronald Acuna or Shohei Ohtani, which we're going to talk about Ohtani later in the show. Unbelievable. But Acuna hits 2 homers. He's now on pace pretty much. I think maybe he's on pace for 39 homers. But I said yesterday, even before he had the 2 homers, they're going to start coming in bunches. They're starting to come in bunches. He got off to a little slow start. As long as he stays healthy, he's hitting 40 homers. So it's just a matter of how many steals. He's going to set, and it looks like he stays healthy, he's going to set a major league record for whether it's 40-60, 40-70, even 40-50. But I think it'll probably be 60 or 70. He's on pace for 73 steals or something.
Yeah, he could set 2. I mean, nobody's done 30-60 before, and he's going to eclipse that pretty easily. So 40-60.
And also, like, there's 10 games left. He has a chance with 1 homer and 5 steals to become the first player ever to have 20 homers and 40 steals by the All-Star break. Yesterday, he became the second player since 1906, Joe Morgan, to have 35 steals and 50 RBIs before July. I mean, what's crazy about Acuna is he's doing all this history, and he's the second biggest storyline because Shohei Ohtani is out there getting 10 strikeouts and leading and on pace for 60 homers and just doing things that it's like, when I talk about the best players in baseball, and we'll talk more about Ohtani, it's like I don't even include Ohtani in the conversation. It's like he's clearly
2 players.
Yeah, it's like he's clearly the most valuable player in baseball because of what he's able to do on both sides. So it's like alien, like there's the alien level, and that's him. And then it's like the actual humans playing baseball. Yeah. On the human level, Ronald Acuna is the best player in the league.
Well, he just came out.
Fantastic.
Right.
Aaron Judge is fantastic. Corbin Carroll's going to be a superstar in this league. He is doing things, and there's no slowing down. I mean, we talked about this a month ago, that he could actually be better over the next 4 months than he was in the first 2 months. And like now we're seeing it. Like he has been better. Like he is hitting more homers. He is still hitting 330. He's swiping the same amount of bags. He's just getting the power numbers up. And it's only going to get better as it gets hotter. Like in July, the balls are going to keep flying. In August, they're going to keep flying. Like, we talk about it all the time, but it's impossible not to talk about because every day. And defensively, like he's making plays. He's throwing the ball 104 miles per hour. He has an unbelievable leaping grab. Anyone who tells me Ronald Acuna can't play defense, man, I don't care. Like throw your advanced statistics out of here. Like get that crap out of here because the guy is making a spectacular play defensively, especially at Truist Park with that big wall almost every day.
Yeah, a couple of things. We talked about it, and we'll continue to talk about how he's just – prior to this year, he was kind of just getting by on physical talent alone. And I don't want to say getting by because he was an elite player, one of the most talented players. But you could clearly see up here, he just didn't have it all the way there. And he was 22 years old, 21 years old. Now he's starting to put it together, and his strikeouts are down. He's walking at the highest clip one of the highest clips of his career. He's unbelievable. And he hit home run off the very first pitch, next at bat, hits a home run, and that comes the night after some jokester on MLB Network starts talking about how Luis Arias, if he hits 400 for the rest of the year, if he finishes with 400 batting average, that he should win the MVP, which is just delusional. If you listen to this guy's argument, I'm going to go in on him for a second. He starts going, he's praising Luis Arias, and I don't want to take anything away from him because what he is doing it's special, and it's awesome for Marlins fans and MLB fans in general. With that being said, this guy says what Luis Arias is doing we've never seen, and then immediately references it hasn't been done since the 40s, which it's a very long time. It was a completely different game, so I get what he's saying. But then he starts going into the next to everybody else in the MVP odds, and he goes, "We've seen seasons like this from Ronald Acuna Jr., from Freddie Freeman, yada yada, from Corbin Carroll." In fact, no, we have not. Ronald Acuna Jr. is on pace to do something that nobody has done. Not that hasn't been done since the 40s or 20s or the 1800s, that nobody in the game of baseball has ever done, ever. I don't understand the Luis Arias fandom. He is overwhelmingly impressive. It's a joke. Also, if you want to talk about defense, Luis Arias is a fine defender, but he's definitely not Ronald Acuna Jr. in the field or on the base pass. I mean, it's crazy that people are actually, no sane human being is arguing this. It's just, I don't know what he's seeing. He must not watch a lot of Braves games. I guess that's
the 400 average thing is cool, and it's going to be great if he does it. I don't even think he's going to end up doing it. Like, he still has half a season where he has to hit 400. Like, he's only done this half a season. That's cool. I don't think he ends up doing it, so it's going to be a moot point. Even if he does do it, it's cool. He's not going to be anywhere close to as valuable. He's not even half. He's like half as valuable as Ronald Acuna to this point in the season. Like, I'm sorry, guys. It's just like there's no statistic outside of batting average where he's been better, and he's got about half the WAR. So it's not even a conversation that I'm willing to have with you because you're just an idiot. You just don't know what you're talking about. So I love Luis Arias. Great pickup for the Marlins. He's really helped that team. The Fish are playing great. Great story. Doesn't matter. Ronald Acuna is doing stuff we've never seen before. He is by far the MVP of the National League right now. And even if he slows down a little bit, as long as he stays healthy, he will be the NL MVP. He has just been unbelievable, and I don't think he's going to slow down. And it's just been remarkable to watch.
Yeah, so according to Fangraphs WAR, and you might not like it, but this is the best metric to measure how productive you are as a player. And Arias has a 2.8 WAR, and Ronald Acuna Jr. has a 4.3 WAR. So it's not even close. Like, it's not even close.
Yeah,
that's the more impressive thing to me. That it's not just the fact that Ronald Acuna first is just a more valuable batter in terms of MVP affecting a game. There's nobody on Ronald Acuna's level other than Ohtani. We'll probably get to that next.
Yeah, coming up after the break, we're actually going to talk about Michigan. They now have a new slogan, and it's called Beat Georgia. What do you think about that?